Icon Radio, your number one entertainment plug.
What up, what up, what up?
What up, what up?
Do you know something about this, that, what up, the way I've said it, the way I've like that?
Yeah.
I thought there's, Prezo, there's a day, I think, tulikuwa out Mali. And that's how I said hi to a friend of his that I know as well. Yeah. And since that day, I'm telling you, I think this was like 12 years ago. Yeah. Every time he sees me, that's the first thing he says. He's like, I've never met a Chile who greets people like that. You know what I mean? Like who, like he was just like, your level of gangster is unnecessary. But anyway,
ulipata points.
Hey, I'm mad. I'm a cool kid. I tell you this every time. Anyway, karibuni guys, you're on the stage with Sandra and DJ Hitch on Icon Radio.
Booyah.
How was your week, sir?
Very busy.
You've had a busy week?
But it was, yes, it was amazing.
Hey, I'm jealous.
It was amazing.
Me, I feel like January started with like Fujo.
Yes.
And then this week, there's just been like zero, like there's been no stories. Like, okay, the stories that I like. No, yeah. Let me be specific. There were no stories that I like that I was interested in. Fuck, I stayed home over the weekend. I've been chilled, just watching.
Zuli,
hey, I was adulting. I said, easy streets as in party wiki. Tumefika ile awkward time of January, you know what I mean? Where I just need to be at home. Ningangane tu na marago yangu in peace. Sitaki kusumbuana. Because I'm like, if you don't have money for cab fare, just stay home. Just stay home. But it's been chills. I don't know why. It's just been politics left, right, and center. Like every story I've been seeing has been something like to do with politics and like drama of like politics. Which makes me nervous because I'm like, elections is in August. But if already in January, everything that we're seeing in left, right, and center is politics, even celebrities, that's all everyone is focused on. I'm like, it's going to be really boring here. The first half. I'm like, what would a bo? I'm like, you guys simfanya tu vituko, please. Like, nobody's even going. I'm not even seeing. People are too chilled. I'm like, please, I need some content, please, please, to entertain myself, you know? Anyway, so like I was saying, like it's just, I think the big story of this week, or rather like from last weekend coming in this week, was Jimmy Wanjigi's raid. Yeah, he got raided with DCI. And then it's like they were trapped. Because I saw Eric Omondi as usual. Why? But anyway, let me just ask a question out of curiosity. Why is Eric in everything? Like there's no scandal that's happening in this country right now that somehow Eric doesn't pokes himself into it. It's very strange. So me, I don't know, he had a press conference for some reason outside Jimmy's house. And he was like, these guys have been locked up here for 16 hours. They've not eaten. They've had no access to food, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I don't know what DCI is raiding Jimmy for. But, anyone who's in politics, in my opinion, especially where your bank balance doesn't make sense based on the work you do. Like, let me give you an example. It's like you, I know this is DJ Hitch, super producer huku in-house. But ukikuja hapa next week na uko na Maserati, even me, I love questions to ask you. Because I'm like, make it make sense.
Nasikia Hitch pia amespend 5.4 million kwa bashi yake.
Nani huyo?
Hitch.
No, nikisikia bede. Alafu ukose kuniekea ya macho. Na mimi mwenyewe naenda hiyo DCI niwaambia angalieni. Unaona vile alikuwa amejivaa hii siku. Sasa angalia ametoa 5.4 siku gani wapi. Those will be my stories. I will take it far. But I can't understand, like, this guy is okay. Obviously we know there's dodgy things that happen in this country, left, right, and center. We're all present of like this whole wash business, and we know most politicians obviously have to be involved for these characters who we know as the wash guys to continue doing what they're doing. They have to have people who are in the political or in the gava backing them up.
Yeah. You
know what I mean? That's why they're not getting arrested and all that kind of stuff. And this is, I believe, in my opinion, please note, in Sandra Bartondo's opinion, mtu asiseme hii ni kitu yenye nimesema ati no. This is in my opinion. Obviously, there's a reason why DCI would come and raid you to that extent. You understand? Like to show up, lock you up, in your own offices. They don't want to speak to your lawyer. They just want you. There's something that you're obviously doing that's not right. What I don't understand is what Eric thinks he's going to get from pulling those stunts. Like, okay, so you've called a press conference as who? Like as where's the boss wa DCI?
So we say
Una get I'm like sasa wewe umeitao media wote, so you're speaking on see Jimmy Zanu gave him a car.
hizi jobs zinanibamba, so Jimmy ako na publicist ndani, recommend pia ako na publicist
na publicist wake naiba masimu za BN kwa sherehe. Like I'm like none of this makes any sense. It's such an awkward time to be in this country, because even from anyone outside looking in, I'm like, you people, what is actually happening? And then the worst part about it is it's like our president, it's like him, he checked out. That guy I think is like me. I have some 7 months to continue running this country, but I think in his mind officially last year, after that last, what was that, he had some address in sometime in December. Me, I feel like that was the last time we saw our president. I think that guy was just like, mi niko holiday sasa, juu time yangu ako kaa joo. Karibu utaanza kumuona kwa TikTok pia akiambia watu yona till the big boys.
Big boys manzi. Yani ni jana juzi ameitisha big boy cash manzi.
Nani? Tena?
Eh.
Where?
$50 million.
For what?
I don't know.
Don't tell me COVID.
I hope it's for the entertainment industry.
Yeah, so that's a rumor, because that was a promise made. It's been 2 terms that they said they've got a kitty for the entertainment industry for all artists.
Kitty, manzi.
So during COVID, how much were you guys supposed to receive every month? They were saying they're going to send all artists, anyone who's like any creatives. It was 2 Gs.
2 Gs.
It was supposed to be 10.
10 Gs.
I swear they said 10 Gs. I can't be crazy. Please, guys.
10 Gs.
Help us verify, but I think it was 10 Gs. It was supposed to, because they were saying it should cover some of your rent, and then also like to buy food and stuff like that. They literally said they're gonna send guys out 10 Gs.
Unatolipata?
Labda DJ was State House. Shout out to Big Ted.
In house.
See to use.
Mimi nitarudi kwa resident sasa.
This siju kama watu walipata 10K or not. Oh my days. But now what we're talking about, even all these celebrities now who've decided they want to run for office. Me, I can't understand. You see, DNG, I'm like, this guy has candles every day with chiles. Then, now he wants to run for MP. Huku kweko na ingine Jalango, umetoka tu scandal ya Boys Club juzi. Mmekuwa exposed kufanya madem vituko, mnashare mko gang. Wewe sasa unataka kwa MP. Kwa hiyo na ingine pia Fresh amejingiza. Msema nyemeimba, what's that song that broke Vera Sidika? Nyemeleering. What is it called? You've chomoda the song like that was your breakup song in the career. And now you want to tell guys of I think it's at the River. He's running for MCA for at the River. That you're going to manage. Do you know, like it seems it's almost the same. If you have the same emotion the day when Trump announced he wants to run for president. Difference is Trump has the money to make it happen in Stato. But here, some of these guys, I'm like, I can imagine you are Haywezi. Like where has that even come from? A guy was singing for us, leo nina dandia tu kama mat. Na unataka kumanage expectations ya watu ya River. Must be nice. People have valid dreams. Lupita lied to people.
Ndio mkari.
Oh my God, I hate it here. Anyway, see you guys in a little bit. Catch you back.
Icon Radio.
Karibuni back to the stage with Sandra and DJ Hitch.
Yeah.
On Icon Radio. All platforms. We've got to remember our advertise. We have to do our part of the job. So on all platforms, Icon Radio.
Icon Radio KE.
That's on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. I'm Icon Radio.
TikTok.
Hey, tuko TikTok pia.
Tuko TikTok.
Watcha.
Hey.
First of all, I sound terrible for not having known this. But we're on TikTok. But that can never be me. I'm a grown up. Ni sangapi kama mama nani nianze kusimama hapo nimeka simu nafanya to dance routines. Please. I am no.
Yoyo.
Ati?
Yoyo challenge.
First of all, let me just say I'm so proud of us as the stage, because I think out of all the shows on Icon Radio, we were number 2.
We were number 2?
In my opinion. Because I saw Niliona when the other presenters all their challenges, I was like Haywezi. Like Haywezi bro. I'm like ni sawa. Wewe umezoea tu regi ukifanya tu hivi kwa club. Nimekuelewa. I was like, this is not, definitely you're not the target market.
I'm a DJ.
I'm a DJ. That's my. Please let me tell you, you need to record that for me after this so that I can have it like as a, you know, that playback, Skiza.
Yeah.
I'm going to have that so people call me and take it to the
Yeah. Sandra can't pick your call. But in the meantime.
Hitch, focus. Please
Yes.
focus. So,
Yes.
so like I was saying, all these celebrities who have decided to start running for office is making me wonder, is it that us were not seeing something? Because, okay, and I hate to be skeptical. Okay, I know all of us are upset with the way the country has gone and the way it's, you know, the way like it's running and it's rough times and blah blah blah. But I don't believe that all these celebrities who are running for office in one way or the other are doing it purely because they want to better this country or like to help the youth the way they're claiming.
Yeah.
You understand? And I say that because when I see the people who they're trying to link up with for endorsements, like the way they're pushing their agendas and so on, I can't trust that ukweli ni want to do better for the country. Me, I think people have just decided that the best way to make money in terms of like stealing is through gava, because obviously our government has shown us that. So I feel like most of them, because have you been following, like seeing the posts that they make and all this kind of stuff towards this?
Yeah, I've been seeing a couple of posts from
Like who?
from these guys. Jalango.
Uh-huh.
I don't remember this guy. But yeah, I mean,
Actually, this one that Prezo, I think because Prezo is trying to, there's something, I don't think he's running for something, but he's trying to get in that political space as well. Do you think that Kiro Safi, they're doing it for the purpose of, especially me, and actually let me just be specific, with the ones who are artists? You see somebody like DNG, somebody like Frasha. I would say Jalago because I know he's got music out there, but I don't think that was ever his core business. I think he was just doing it at the time because the wave was, I'm a piano inside vibe, whatever. But for these actual celebrities who are artists and like in the entertainment industry, do you actually think they're running for these offices for the right reasons?
I think they think they are. You know, because in the beginning when I like, yeah, I want to make a change. Like I really see myself.
Yeah.
Like, trying to convince yourself.
Yeah.
You know, like, yeah. But opportunity arises. You want to be at the forefront. I think so. Guys are wasako rada.
Like oh yes, like they know this is the ticket out.
Kuna artist fulani nimekuwa nikiona akipost 2 videos za Raila tu.
But unaona so you see
wakiwa kufanya hizo dance.
And you know now my problem with that is you've got a following as and they're impressionable because those are people who have fans, like people who genuinely like, you know, and those are like the youth that I know most of these politicians are trying to target and so on. And so it stresses me so much when I see those kind of celebrities endorsing people who they know have already done bad things and are contributing to the issues in this country.
Yeah.
But they're doing it because, you know, Raila hooked you up with a random 100K when you went to go and visit him. So you're feeling, and I get it, with like our artists and stuff, nobody worked for almost 2 years. So I get it. If somebody gives you 100 G's, utapost 1, 2, 3 things even hapa. But the problem is, to your 10,000, 12,000, 100,000 followers, you're indirectly telling those your fans, ones who genuinely love you and they think you're an amazing person, you're basically telling them, this is the guy we're supporting. But you're not letting them know that you support this person anaenda kuendelea tu kuiba, kudameji country, and it's still going to continue to affect you. If you are giving jobs in your platforms based, like if you went to this ODM or whatever, or UD, whatever it is, and you sat there and you're like, hey, listen, I'm so and so, I'm this celebrity, I have this many artists, I have this many followers, blah blah blah. What I want from you is for the next 7 months, every week, I am going to go into whatever, like especially if they come from like a specific neighborhood or whatever, and we're going to help and pay rent for 10 families every month. And so I need you to give me 2 sock per month. I'll say, you know, thanks to UDA or thanks to whoever it is, this 10 families this month, their rent has been paid. that I can stand behind. I can say whoever is giving you the money, yes, you want to announce them yourself because there's something physically they're giving back one way and through your platform. But wewe umeenda ukachukua do, umeenda kwa club na madem, umekula happy, and then you're telling your fans to follow this person and that person is not even prospering. I'm like, that's rough. But I wish they could start thinking like that. So at least even for you as this celebrity, your conscience is clear. You know, come August, if this person gets into power or whatever, my part is I at least paid rent for 70 families from the hood I came from through this politician, but through my platform. So that family, they know, so and so as an artist paid my rent in this month. Kusaidia. You get it does more for you.
Yeah, even for the brand. Your
Sindio,
brand will look.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Strong,
it does more for you because you're thinking. But guys are just not thinking, in my humble opinion. Which now brings me to my next story. Miracle Baby was Sailors. Alifanyiwa interview earlier last week.
Karibu nidhanidea amerudi.
No.
Sailors.
Akafanyiwa interview.
Yeah.
And that's, you know, because I think it was it became public knowledge that they're really going through struggles as Sailors gang, and like times are tough. Like it's tough times.
Yeah.
So in that interview, they were asking them, like they were asking him now to explain what happened to Sailors. You guys were the people who brought out Gengeton. You are the flag bearers. Anyone who listens to anything Gengeton, the first few songs has to be Sailor songs. You know what I mean?
Noisemakers.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so he basically just said, hey, listen, our manager was Rachel, Molimu Rachel, ule wa NRG. She was our manager, and so was her talent. She has a talent management company. And he was like, basically, she stole everything from us, from deals that were up in the millions.
Yeah.
She even took their accounts, like their social media accounts, because obviously they could be earning money from those platforms. That when she was setting them up in terms of, you know, contracts and, you know, come on board and I'm going to push you guys, I'm going to build you. All hizo accounts zote, kumbe how she made it was that she owns the social media pages. So as they're getting to their, I don't know, 2 million, whatever followers, sasa when their relationship ended and it broke down and blah, 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 she took back all those pages. So they had to start from scratch.
Where?
So...
No, man.
So you see, what I was saying was, I understand. You see, for somebody like now Miracle Baby, because either way, people still know that he has a massive following. You get. So if Raila goes to him and it's like, listen, mimi nataka tu you post for me every week, and you know, basically say that, you know, my guys, this is the guy we're going to support come whatever date it will be in August. This is the person we're going to support. And he tells somebody like that, me, I'll give you 10 G's per week to post for me. You see, Miracle Baby would do it because right now it's tough times. So an extra 10 G's, you are not going to argue anything. He's got kids, like it's a lot. You know what I mean? Like he's got a lot going on. You will take that money 1,000%. Problem is, our watoto wote when you want to support Miracle Baby and Sailors and the ones who started with them, you tell me when they go and vote, to go and vote for this guy in. Once that Raila is in power, do you think he's ever going to pick, say, Miracle Baby's phone calls? Your story imeisha hapo. You understand? You understand? And so I was having this conversation earlier with somebody else, like before the show, and I was like, management in this country, in terms of artist management, it's rough. Like, this is not the first time we've heard this story. How many, you work with a lot of artists and you've been in this industry long enough. How many times have artists told you, I was being managed by so-and-so, and after it went south? How many times have you heard that? Sindio?
Even some were friends of theirs.
Do you get, like, we started off as friends and I started becoming successful. You said you want to manage me. Kumbe the whole time you were swindling me and stealing from me.
Mimi mwenyewe nimepewa contract. Ilikuwa inanifunga for 4 years instead of I was told one as a DJ
for like a venue.
Being managed like
so like every time they do a booking for you, they get a percentage and then you're paid your part.
Yeah,
that was the plan. So where you sign to?
I didn't sign.
Wait, so
I gave a lawyer friend of mine.
Wakakwambia mtu amekuandikia for 4 years.
This is like 3-4 years.
And after they told us for 1 year. Wacha ujinga.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's savage.
I remember the name. Yeah, but yeah.
That's
yeah.
savage.
Yeah, if you become sick, in the contract, if you become sick, hiyo ni story yako. Hata kama tumeingiza dongapi kwa kiwa gani.
Ataki kujua.
Wewe ndio utajisort.
Hey, okay, so we'll be back in a minute because so I feel like I'm so overwhelmed. What? Okay. Back shortly.
Icon Radio.
Oh my God, Karibuni guys, back onto the stage with
Godin.
Sandra and DJ Hitch.
Yes.
This guy, let me tell you, girls, please, just holler at him. Like, he is hilarious. And we all know, girls, you like funny guys. This is the guy to holler at, trust me. I'm telling you for free information, free. And if he's taken, I don't know. That's a battle you'll have to deal with yourself. Go and just shoot your shot and do yourself a solid. For me, I want to live vicariously through you. Hey, unaona.
Kosa ni ya mwaka hiyo, kosa ni ya mwaka.
Mimi nakusaidianga na you can't help me with nothing.
No.
Hey, me I've been here struggling single dom. I'm trying to be available in the market. You can't even look me up with like your neighbor.
Wewe na vile unatafutwa.
Sitaki unaona kutafutwa ni shida.
Mr. Producer. Hata Mr. Producer hapa.
Ako anahala. Anahala. Anatumanga ma text after hours. I'm like, bro, tuko job leo.
Kimalize show hepa, tunangoje hepa.
Sasa I want to like lighten up because I feel like we got too deep about wahalas that are happening in this industry.
True.
Sasa wewe last weekend, Kanye West. Kanye West goes online and says, Kim Kardashian has refused to tell him where their daughter's birthday party is. So he's driving around the streets of LA trying to call every family member to ask them, where is the birthday party? Where is the birthday party? Akasema amepigia kutoka Khloe Kardashian, amepigia huyo Tristan, amepigia gang mzima because baby mama stroke wife, because they are not divorced yet, has refused to give him the details of their child's birthday party. And you know, all I kept thinking was, I swear Kanye West sometimes I feel like he needs to, as in mtu achukue tu masimu zake zitupwe somewhere in the ocean. Apelekwe tu mali like random, hata kama tu ni Masai Mara. You know those resorts that there's not even Wi-Fi, there's not even like proper lighting, like the Masais are still the ones who are standing at the door to protect people from random lions. And he just chills there for like 3 months because I feel like that guy, every season, there's no season that passes that Kanye is not going through unnecessary mayhem. Because sasa hizo ni aibu ena gani? You are a whole Kanye West. You're married to a whole Kim Kardashian. Na wewe sasa umeamua kwenda Instagram kuambia watu, mimi sijui basha mtoto wangu ni wapi.
Msi ananikumbusha Godi manze. Sasa ni wale wasa kuchoma. Alafu sasa hiyo bashi nyingine amtaki akama. Lakini sasa unashinda mtamwambiaje?
Like that's chomaing. It's just so unprovoked. You know, like, what is happening? Like, you could have just texted the mama and be like, bro, just tell me where the party is. Those are things you deal with. Like, his brand is too big to be doing things like that.
Angesema tu chilling on my way to my girls.
Do you get what I mean? Like, just like it's too much. Like, his brand is too big.
Wangeona tu angesikia.
I'm like, you're a billionaire and here you are welding out at you because you don't have the location of your child's birthday. What is it? Kuchoma za ovyo. Speaking of kuchoma, our Dennis Itumbi here of the 254 over the weekend, last weekend, posted a picture claiming ati thank you so much Kenya ni what's Ruto's slogan? Bottom up. Kenya ni bottom up. Now a picture of like ati the rally. Posted this thing ati this is what is happening right now at because I think it was one of the rallies that from what Ruto was doing over the weekend. Until Pulse Nigeria entered the picture and wrote there, but this is an image from 2017 from a crusade we had somewhere in Lagos. And I was like,
kwani msali
lakini Kenya
alipatia hiyo unajua hii mambo ya kulipa watu vizuri, like look for a good social media manager. Sasa unajua unalipa ati wewe nitafutie ni mtu amemaliza form 4 juzi, sasa ataenda tu atafute tu photos, big crowd big political kwa Google.
Let me tell you, that thing killed me because I was like, Lakini hata huyo timu mwenyewe mali yuko. Even like, did you see the picture? If you just physically look at the picture, first of all, everybody is sitting down on the ground, and then it's like an ocean of people, like you can't even see to the end. So I was asking myself, Ruto amekuwa on tour huku tu in Nairobi, like he didn't go like out of town, like it was like the outskirts. So even in my head I was like, lakini hata wewe Itumbi mali umekaa ni wapi Nairobi? Uliona kuna venue na uka-allow hiyo kitu ikaekwa page yako. Like even him, I was like, you have failed yourself to do your due diligence. And if you're physically at that rally, even if you are not, I'm sure in those political groups, what wanashinanga ukituma pictures from whatever it is they are. Why not just take one of those images and send to your social media guy, tell him post this? Why tell him just find something random? Like you're chomai for nothing. And you know the Nigerians will take it far. Because already now what the comments were from like False Nigeria was like, don't use an image of like a thing of God to lie to people. So you see now it became a whole other conversation. And I was like, lakini hata our Nigerians kufunguliwa Twitter was a bad idea. Because sasa wanatukujia, it's like wameshikilia for that to like a year. It was almost a year. Their comeback is going to be strong. Like any little thing, they're going to run with it. So they like he was really, really attacked.
Content.
Vizuri. Sasa na tena political. So it was just incoming hot.
Sasa wase wanakaji chini kwa political. Kwenye wamekalia mitungi ama nini?
Wamekalia grass. So that's why I was like, hey, Jesus is God. Then now, our resident king of character development in East Africa, Sir Diamond Platnumz. And I say Sir because ye ni ule mse.
Resident.
Ye ni resident character development leader.
Yeah.
He is the flag bearer. He has done it all. So over the weekend, the most estranged baby mamas of his finally met up in Mombasa. Hamisa, who is now, there she's being rumored to go to the cross. Mimi sijui alikuwa kufanya nini Mombasa, na hiyo ni territory ya Tanasha. Wameenda, waka link up. Wa mademo wamechukua zile, unajua zile ma Instagram videos the way girls do of when there's music playing in the background and that they did that together. This guy didn't know him, he's just seeing online. Haya, Hamisa alifika Mombasa hata sangapi kupatana na Tanasha, wakachapa video ati they had a night out, a girls night out. I was like, Diamond better be prepared because that's a setup. Do you remember those two? The two of them just alone. But okay, obviously there must have been other people they were with. But in the videos, in the content, it was just them. But me, in the back of my mind, I was saying, these two, the way they hated each other in that Tanzanian, everybody was backing Hamisa because they're like, ni wetu, and hating on Tanasha for being Kenyan and blah, blah, blah. You tell me what those two are doing together. We imagine my exes wako wawili wapatane alafu wanze kuchapa videos na wanakutag. Wanamtag. That's how he found out. You, what would you do?
Si labda wako sawa then, labda.
No, they tagged him not at all. Okay. Now that Hitch has taken us down a very dark path. Now no. What do you mean ati wanamgojea?
Yeah. Yes.
I'm sorry. This is child-friendly station. I'm not sure as to what Hitch was trying to suggest there. As Sandra Bartonjo, I am not part and partisan of Hitch's intentions in that moment. Anyway, I just think it's awkward, and I don't think I'd be comfortable if my exes who I knew don't like each other, have never liked each other, randomly meet up and then tag me unprovoked. Angalao, if you had given me the heads up you're going, I'd be like, sawa. But you went without me. I didn't know what was happening. Kids are chilling together for the first time ever, and then ati mnani tag too unprovoked. Haiwezi na haiwezi.
Labda anajua tu. Labda hata alikuwa hapo.
Ni part of the hype.
Unajua vile
I hope acheze kai yeye.
IG onangi nani anapiga picha.
Tag the sponsor. Tag the photographer. Na hawezi kumtag. Now that you've said that, the character development topic of this week is something that happened to a friend. Lakini my friends zangu pia mimi, Hitch, I think from now on, mi na wewe ndo tu roll pamoja. Watu wanapitia some things that don't even make sense. Sasa, this guy has been with this Chile for like 3.5 years.
Yeah.
And she said, like her folks, they live in the UK. That's what she told him. So So for almost, I think after the first year of dating, they've been having like phone calls, like FaceTime, WhatsApp video, blah, blah, with her mom. And I say her mom, quote unquote. Conversations, because he's obviously planning to marry her, blah, 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 and all that kind of stuff. This guy, came to find out, that was never this Chile's mom. So for 3.5 years of dating his girlfriend, he has never met his mother-in-law. As in, he's they're in the plans of they live together. There's a proposal, it's deep. And his actual mother-in-law has never heard about him, and she just lives here in Meru. Now, kindly explain to me how that's possible. Mnakwanga wazuri kivipi? So wewe niambie wewe dem kasoro yake ni nini basi?
Somea kwetu bwana.
Wewe dem kasoro yake ni nini basi? Like what is that? Ati now no, she just got like a friend of hers. Like now just to pretend. Like somebody was just to pretend to be the mom. And this guy went with it.
How has it helped you?
Me, what I don't understand is because no, Kenya may benefit is because obviously there's somebody else that she was with who now knows the mom, and that's the person who the family knows as the boyfriend. Yeah. So this guy, and that guy apparently lives abroad as well. Now he's the one who lives abroad. But that's the person she's been with for like 10 years. So yeye ameanza relationship yote ingine. Date for 3.5 years. Moved in with this guy. So her actual main boyfriend doesn't know that she's living like him. He just knows that he sends money for rent. They've got an apartment. Ile time atamaliza kazi yenye anafanya, instead of whatever atakam. And now because COVID hit and everything, at least for 2 years or 2.5 years, he didn't have to come because you can't travel or anything of the sort.
Pay extra time. Extra time.
So this guy on Sunday, I think he drank half the country out of stress. Yeah. Because he was like, the amount of time, effort, resources, money, like how she's met his entire family, like they've done a whole ratio shebang, everything, like they've done everything, but they had to do it at his folks' place because her mom could not come, the one who's in the UK. But mama kotoa hapa Meru amechill. Yeye na mtoto wangu boyfriend wake anaishi state up.
Kwa hiyo noted Karatina.
Let me tell you, I was like, this Nairobi, it's savage. Like the level of savage is extreme. Anyway, so I want to know your take on this situation, like what you do in this situation when we come back. Please, because I don't know how to advise him.
Beef.
Niko ati this chokesha wewe. Catch you in a few, my guys. Icon Radio. Welcome. You say it today, you're going to kill me.
As we enter.
Okay, just do this. I will just do that thing. If that's a full kind of, that's what I'm laughing at. Yo kusema nini DJ.
Kwanza lazima ikuwe ni ngoma tu za reggae. Adi teacher. Asante DJ. In the meantime.
Let me tell you, please.
What was about juice?
Do for me a mix when you're just doing that. Those things kill me. I swear, my God, I love my reggae people.
Kutoka Itana akuje ulishakuwa.
I'm like I'm in it. Hata nimeanza kwenda ma reggae nights. Hey, I've got all the vibes, every single one of the vibes. Anyway, guys, welcome back to the Stage with Sandra and DJ Hitch on Icon Radio.
Yes.
On all platforms, Icon Radio KE or iconradio.co.ke. So like I was telling you, my friend, who is in a hectic situation. So now he made the unfortunate mistake. You see, by law, the law changed where if you stay with a girl or dude, whatever, for 6 months, ideally, by the law, they look at you guys as married. And because he had already gotten paid for dowry and all that. So when he was buying the apartment, he bought it under both their names. You know, like he was genuinely like building, like this was supposed to be then his wife, they started a family. You know, those are things you do. Yeah. By default, that's how how relationships progress. Yeah. So now upon finding out that this chick has been with somebody else for the last 10 years, that's the person who actually knows her family, like who knows her family. He's been sending money for rent every month to her and like upkeep. Kube, she's been pocketing because him is the one who's been paying the rent here in the 254. The mom is living her best life in Meru. After she doesn't even need to jobo because my daughter is looking after me because of her relationship. The guy in Steto Kumbe is in the army, so that's why coming here has not been that easy and as frequent as it should be. But yeah, so that's happening to him. So now, when I linked up with him over the weekend, I just felt bad because it's one of those situations where even for him to get out of it, you know, it's not like he can wake up tomorrow, pack his stuff and chomoka. They've bought everything in that house together as a team effort.
Yeah.
They co-own that house. So which means now he has to start looking for lawyers to split those assets, which means in all sincerity, according to the law, she's entitled to half.
True.
Sasa wewe umespend 18 million apartment. Na sasa ukitaka kuachana na ude mtaisplit, either utamwachia hiyo nyumba ikuwe yake au uanze kujitafutia a new place, or you're splitting it.
Do they have a kid?
No, they don't. But still, even like when you think even of everything they now own, you know, like he bought her car, all the stuff in the house, like all the, you know, my TV, my couches, all that kind of stuff, all the money you've spent over these years, these 3.5 years, sending to her, telling her this is for the family, sending to her personally for her up. You collectively, you imagine already just from the apartment 18 mic, and then you break down everything else you spent. What are you going to do?
Yani stress kibao.
Paka umetoka. It's like mwenyewe you're like, Sandra tabidi umetoka, sitaki kudila history.
Mejeka.
Not a sister yako.
Kujeka kwa hizo shoes.
It's hectic.
Hata sijafika mbali.
It is
nimeshinda hata kuvaa socks.
It's hectic. Atumeshinda kuvaa socks.
Yes, I can put myself in those shoes.
What's wrong with you?
As in, wow.
That's what's happening. And you see, that's all I tell people. A lot of times we think the people who do bad things in relationships are dudes. You know what I mean? Like that's over the years, it's always been, it must, you know, like when you break up with a girl, you're always being asked, what did you do to her? What did you do to her? But these kind of stories, they make me realize that maybe actually, even us guys as chiles sometimes, we're taking it too far. Now, I can understand if your man is in Steto and he doesn't come as frequently. I get it, you'll get lonely. You know what I mean? Like, everybody has needs, everybody, you know, like you want somebody physically present around you, blah, blah. So I can sort of understand why she wanted to maintain this relationship. And you know, now a guy is in the army, you know, like we don't know where he's going to be shipped off to next. He's not available all the time, especially like when he's in base and all that. So I can understand to a certain extent that, but why not just tell a guy, listen, I have a man, he lives in Steto, he's in the army. So if you really like me and you want to skuma this toro, just know, ideally you're like my side nigga. So a guy in gears there knowing full information, you know.
Uchali alikuwa na game nyingine udema ngerizi.
No, hiyo ni sawa lakini ambia mse.
Udema alijipata tu ameshaenda mbali mpaka hizi toka. Lakini
sasa now the situation has happened. So now what happens now? Even for her, I'm like, what is now your end plan after this? You get me? Like, what's the plan?
Hata rebound sijui kaita wapi.
Kwa hizi because unaenda rebound alafu unarudi kwa hiyo nyumba tu. Jauna mali pengine ya kwenda. You invested your everything in this relationship and in this like building this life together. Hey, the streets are rough. The streets are rough. Yeah, but we said last week, what is our motto for 2022? 2022. People should just be truthful.
Yes.
Especially in your situations and yourself. Yes. Like just stop it. Let's just stop it. There's no need. Because for the rest of us who are trying to find good guys, munatuchomea. Munatuharibia the good guys. Girls, please save us at least 2 or 3. Save for me. At least give me a chance. I beg, kindly. Anyway, so yeah, that's what's happening. We'd love to hear back from you guys. Hit us up on all our socials and with your feedback on today's discussions and discussion points and your opinions. Yeah. Friday tunafanya nini leo Hitch? Me bado. Let me just put it out there. Bado hujanipeleka out on a Friday. I'm just saying, you've made promises I think 2 or 3 times. On this here show, like it's on record. It's on record. Bado hujanipeleka mali popote. So tunaenda wapi leo?
It's a surprise.
Chokesha wewe. Unasema ni kama surprise the way I saw Popcorn has moved his event to April.
Wait, alikuwa na kama?
She was coming February.
Is it?
Aka tweet. You know, the worst thing is, I think the guys who were organizing it were supposed to announce the news first, obviously. I think Mali Popcorn alikuwa amevuta vitu zake. Aka tweet. Kenya, I'm sorry, I'm going to see you in April 16, 2022. I don't know what. So the guys of the event taking a good vibes. We're so sorry to our fans. We should have been the first ones to let you guys know.
No, man.
I was like, these guys. But let me tell you right now, April, that weekend, because that's the weekend for Easter. That weekend, there is going to be wahalas. Because I think there is 3 Jamaican artists booked that weekend.
Yeah.
Because kuna Popcorn, kuna Shensia, kuna Romain Vago. That same weekend. One weekend, 16th, 17th, because see, Good Friday obviously will be off. So everyone is targeting that Saturday and that Sunday. You tell me how, as Kenyans, you're going to split yourself to all 3 major headlining Jamaican acts in one weekend.
Easy, just talk to Sandra.
No, I didn't mean as in... No, sina comps. Mi sina comps. Kenya nasema...
Si comps.
Kenya nasema...
Unatokea ngaji zote tatu.
Mi sisaidi mtu yote na anything. Msinipigie simu. I have no hookup. I know nothing. Mtangoja tu picha 2 weeks after. Nilikoko sherehe na nani.
Nasikia hapa kwa Stitch.
Ati?
Nasikia tu hapa kwa Stitch.
Nikisikia madrops.
Na Godi.
Oh my God. We need Godi to come on the show. But then Nevo, our in-house Nevo, please, you need to make that happen. Kindly.
Just say what's up.
Kindly. He just needs to come for hata kama ni a 30-second interview. Nataka tu atuwa explainie kuchoma yake huwa inatokanga wapi. Because all of us need to get on the same level of choma, in my opinion.
He's the king.
He is the king. He is the shabik. Yeah, my guys, so adios amigos. We'll catch you next week.
Jia.
Wewe umekata kusema tunaenda wapi leo ama gigi kwa wapi?
Ni private party.
So nilipeleka private party?
Yeah, manze.
We. Kuna drinks? Me, that's usually my priority. I don't care. On the house?
Yeah.
So because I don't have any money, which I have nothing.
Leo
mimi naenda kuonde demo affair. So ikifika hiyo mafua asubuhi ujue tu nakwambia ni request ya 2 cab na nitaambia msee wa cab yeye mkubwa ndo analipa. Hiyo ndio response yangu kifincha home. Kani nimeingia kwa gate nimehepa. Nikuache hiyo mashida. Bye guys, catch you next week.
Icon Radio, your number 1 entertainment plug.